So the course, well, let's go back to that. What does it do? The course does not aim at teaching the meaning of love, for that is beyond what can be taught. It does aim, however, at removing the blocks to the awareness of love's presence, which is your natural inherent. The opposite of love is fear. But what is all-encompassing can have no opposite. This course can therefore be summed up very simply in this way. Nothing real can be threatened. Nothing unreal exists. Herein lies the peace of God. So at the outset, first page, introduction, it's basically saying, we're not going to pretend to teach you something that you already know, that is inherently yours. And you need only remember what you have forgotten. So this is a retreat from the self, at best. And it's a retreat from the assumption that our illusions are more real than they are. If we can give ourselves to it over the next couple of days and give attention to it and call upon or pray for it, however you want to approach it, some willingness, we'll discover that everything that we seek or could seek is already given to us. It's not up to us to find it. It's up to us to come to stillness so it can reveal itself to us. That is the purpose of our gathering. And it is the real purpose behind every event and every encounter we have in our life. The fourth lesson, or somewhere in there, I maybe got the wrong number, but the heading of it is, I do not understand what anything is for. That's an honest statement of a brain that is separated, or a self that is separated. It says you don't understand what anything is for because everything is for your best interest and the best interest of others. And if we do not see that, then it's because we've assigned our own interpretation of what something is for, which may not be complete and may not be true. So the Course gently begins to take us through questioning what we see, how we see what we see. And by raising it to question, introduces some space into the mind where we may actually get to see something more directly. It was Ramana Maharshi said, you cannot understand anything that you do not recognize as a part of yourself. And A Course in Miracles would say, you cannot understand anything that you did not first forgive. Forgive what? Your illusions about it. We want understanding first, and then we'll decide whether we're going to forgive it or not. And it says, no, you must first forgive how you see, what you see, who you see, in order to understand what you see or who you see. It's the nature of the brain to want to understand it in order to justify whether it should forgive it or not. You know, if somebody does something and then you think about it and you go, well, you know, they had a rotten childhood, their parents were mean to them, they beat them this way, that, maybe you develop some sympathy. You say, no, you really understand why we do the things we do, say the things we say. We must first forgive our understanding of it or our assumption about it, and much more. It says, you know, the forgiveness as a term is something we've heard, and we know that we should, and sometimes, or we are never gonna. You know, I mean, my wife's family was like, you know, Italian and Irish, and you know, you don't show up at the right funeral, you are dead to us, you know, and it's like written in stone. But anyway, everyone, yeah, okay. So, but it says forgiveness offers everything you want. It's the highest expression of the personal mind. It opens the door to everything. And it's not forgiveness of something other than oneself. It's forgiveness of my illusion about it. So we have the keys, and let's see how willing we are to open the door for them to be cooler in our mind. Does this make sense? Any questions or concerns? So you know, emptying the mind, undoing what we already have learned, and coming to gratefulness for what's given. That you don't have to do anything to receive.